have been recording and writing for the past year, like new stuff, and I'm just playing it live to sort of nail them out, kind of feel them out, and get them solid and form, stronger form, more solid form to record in a few weeks, 3 weeks for the next record. So I'm just in the middle of, I'm in the process, in the middle process, near the end. I guess it's normal, I think. I don't know if it is or not, but for ever since like 1998, I've been on tour like nonstop, and the past 3 months is the first time, or like 4 months, is the first time since 1998 that I've actually like had no shows at all, and I've actually not been moving around or anything, because I've always been like writing and playing consistently, because I never knew where, I didn't want to stop because I didn't know where I wanted to go. So I was always just like accepting and creating tours to just keep kind of going, because I didn't know where I wanted to be living. And so that's how like the past 3 records came about. The covers record was, I had been touring for this record before that called Moonpix, and it was drums and it was Mark Moore, Jim White, and myself playing. It was kind of like a louder volume thing, and I started near the end of the tour to kind of my energy level got really low, and so I started like just like having a minute where I just like start playing something that started like Wild as the Wind, like at sound check or something, just to check the microphone and stuff. And so then that became a song. And then, Winter Wind, Kingsport Town, sorry. And then I did it during that, before I did the covers record, this guy was like, "You want to use my studio for free?" And I said, "Sure." I had like a couple days off, so I went to the studio, and he had a piano there, and I was like, "Wow, it's great, piano." So I sat down at the piano, and I had been listening at that time to this Benita Simone song, "Wild as the Wind," and I was just like this, and I was like, "Let me see if I can do this." And I never played piano before that, and I got some tape, and I was like, "That sounds pretty good," and I got some like black tape and pressed the tape on the thing or whatever to figure out where my hand sounded good, and so then he pressed the thing, and then that I used that recording later when I had already done a whole record of other songs, and then I listened to the record, and I'd given it to my record label Matador, and they had been playing it in the office, and I'd already been playing all these cover songs that I'd been like developing on tour alone without a band. And so I walked into Matador, and I was like, can we stop playing that record that you have? Because I've got this idea, I want to record these songs, this covers record thing. And they were like, okay. So the next day I went in and did the covers record and used that piano song from before or whatever. So it's really just like I went on tour for like 2 more years playing, I was already playing all those songs on tour, so I just kept, that's kind of the way I do it. Is I just, in between like playing the songs, I'll record and then just keep, and then it, becomes another cycle of songs and then record. So it's always middle stuff. Yellow hair. Something's in this non-caffeine tea. You are a funny bear. That song, The Colors and the Kids. It was for recording for Moonpix, and we were, the engineer was looping all the tape onto a DAT to get the sequence organized or whatever. So he was in the room, and there was a piano there. And again, that was the first time I played piano. Was that before? Yeah, because the first time was both the first time, so this was the second time. So yeah, because that Wild as the Wind was an older song. Anyway, before Colors and the Kids, which is, I felt bad releasing Wild as the Wind on covers record because everything else was modern, except for Sea of Love, which was old too. Anyway, so I was sitting there playing with the piano, And yeah, just like as anybody does when they're like when they're making up a song, or like, you know, just started whatever, you know, whatever, how people do it. They start playing the music, making something up, and then they start getting the melody and the words start coming out, and you start remembering it, and you do it again, and then you do it again, and you do it again, and you're remembering it, and it gets longer, and you're remembering it. And the first thought was, I don't know, the people in it are my friend Benjamin, a late friend of mine, and a friend of mine, an old friend of mine, Glenn, and my nephew, and they all like have a yellow hair, like type. I mean, it's not explicitly yellow, but like different shades of the color. So it's about them and like cherishing memories of like of being with them or whatever. Memories like with Glenn, we went to the beach in Savannah years ago, whatever, and my nephew was like his little hands, you know, and Benjamin, like as strong as he was when he was younger, like he was really like such a strong, inspirational person. So it's about that.
Break a leg, they say.
Adam will go with you. Pod you up.